Air Vice Marshal P.K. Srivastava, let me begin with you. Some of those big questions that we pointed out as well. If this was in fact a minor defect, why did the Indian Air Force ground the entire fleet? And from a technical standpoint, does a fleet-wide grounding indicate precaution, or is this possible systemic concern? For the layman out there, how should they view this now?
Yeah, Kabir, first of all, I must start with you quoted 3 accidents. All of them fall in 3 different categories. They are not in the same category. They are different kinds of accidents. So they should not be clubbed together and given a picture that there were 3 accidents. Maybe a viewer carry the impression is of the similar type, same thing happened. Coming to this particular incident, I'm very amazed about this minor word which has been quoted by the HAL, because if an aircraft by definition is rendered CAT-E, that aerostructure cannot be reused, it is off the list. One aircraft is less in the squadron, it is always called a major accident, CAT-A accident. So by that, the definition is not right. If they are trying to say that they had a great safety record till the time they came to final operational clearance, and Tejas was deemed to be a very safe aircraft, indigenously built for that indigenous trajectory, we are of course with HAL, with the country, is with the HAL, that we know that through lessons we learned from all the conflicts which are going on in global context, that if you're not indigenous, your supply chain will be choked during the times of needs. So idea is we must carry on the readiness. There is some problem which has happened with the brake system.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a fortunate thing, but in a way that we can correct, the brake system is completely indigenous. The brake management system, which is integrated electronic controller is there, plus the anti-skid system, all that combined is runs through a software. So that has to be all right for this aircraft to land, to brake down correctly, and there's a parachute also, and decelerate in a way that it remains on the disc. But if anti-skid system fails, the tire burst is a natural phenomena, is a consequence of that. So we can now, since in public domain, I don't find any mention of weather conditions there, any mention of the pilot who was involved, in the sense we can make out what kind of training pattern the pilot had. We don't have any information about which was the base. We can conjecture something since forward base is given, so we can know what are the limitations of the base. So we have several things unknown to us. But in the meantime, let me tell you, if we have to ground, whenever we go for, we find something is such that it will affect whole of the fleet. There are 30 aircraft. Then we will go. We have gone earlier also. We'll go for grounding of the aircraft, getting the technical audit data on all aircraft. And if there's a modification worked out, we'll do that modification, so that thereafter the aircraft is, improved from that pattern. And we have done this job n number of times in the Indian Air Force. I've been myself chief engineering officer of Kalaikunda. I have been base commander of a repair depot. So I know this happens. Aviation is that way, is a very, very risky way. That's why we grant our fighter pilots so much of honor and grace.
Vice Marshal Srivastava, if I could come in, my apologies for interjecting. And my apologies again for cherry picking one concern that you highlighted, that HAL said that this was a minor incident, which you think is actually not minor, right? That's
not
what
minor.
It's not minor.
They should not look at it from that prism. That means if they think it's minor, they will go in a minor way. You have to understand that you lost an aircraft. An aircraft is a very costly resource.
Absolutely.
We are not able to build the next level of aircraft, the Mark 1A, and you lose from the inventory. You lost already 2 of them, 3 in total. You can't afford to lose aircraft at that rate. So how can HAL, the manufacturer, the OEM, say that this is not minor? This gives a wrong impression to the community.
But the stocks have fallen, Air Vice Marshal. The stocks have fallen. Maybe some sort of correction of the markets through words over there on that front. I'm still a layman on that, on the aerospace engineering front, not the final authority in any case. But you've highlighted a very crucial point.